Hey YouTube, Tom here. Just wanted to make a short video on the repair I did on my 2011 E-250 Ford van. What was going on was when I accelerated up hills here in West Virginia, all of a sudden my fans would stop working. They'd stop blowing. Now I could hear the fan running, and it would blow out of the defroster unit. But I don't want my air conditioning coming out of my defrosting unit, so I started watching a couple YouTube videos, and I figured out what was going on from the YouTube videos. So let's go over what happens. Let's go to the front of the vehicle. There's a vacuum hose that comes from the engine. It picks up from the manifold, and it comes up to this point here, and this line goes down underneath your fan, the cooling area, and it's almost impossible to get to. I literally watched a video of one character that literally cut a hole up there through the wheel well to get to the vacuum chamber. I was like, that's crazy. You don't need to do that. And so I watched a couple other videos, and I want to show you the parts I got. So what I did was disconnect this tube that goes down into the passenger compartment, because that's where the leak is. There's a vacuum leak somewhere. So I bought this 5mm by 3/16 ID rubber hose, routed it back down along a pathway that keeps it away from the engine, hung out of the way so it doesn't get damaged. Let's go over into this side, and we'll go over the parts real quick too before we get any further. Here's how much everything was, and here's your parts for you guys that want to order this stuff off of eBay or something. There's the vacuum canister, which looks like it's made out of ABS plastic. I'll show you that in a minute. Here's a one-way check valve that has two ports coming off of it, and one port where you plug it in directly in line with the vacuum. And then of course that 5mm hose. That's what I have left over down there. So that's your parts, and this is about what it totals out to. $18.95 for the vacuum canister, $11.95 for the valve, $7.82 for that 5mm by 3/16 ID hose. I think I got about 10 foot. It came out to about $38.72. And then I had some rubber grommets, so I didn't have to buy them, but you figure this is going to come out to about 40 bucks. Now this is a lot less than you would spend at a dealership. A dealership is going to charge you $1,000, all right, for this repair, because they literally have to disassemble the air conditioning system, move the fan, just to get to this little vacuum canister. So I watched a couple of those YouTube videos, and I was like, well, that's an easy fix they're doing here. I just did mine a little bit different. I didn't like the one where they showed a bolt being removed. I was like, man, that bolt's there for a reason. So what I did was drill the hole and install the grommet, a rubber grommet that keeps that rubber hose from rubbing against any kind of metal. And I used a pilot bit, and then this tool. It's a step drill. All right, I marked which size I needed after I measured the micrometer. I mean the grommet with the micrometer, and then drilled the hole, got the grommet in there, and then used a little bit of soap and water on the hose to thread it in. Alright, that lets it slip through that grommet real easy without you pulling the grommet out. Okay, let's put this cover back on. And it just slips into place. Ain't no big deal. Yeah, it's gonna make me a liar now, right? Okay, let's get that in place, yep. Okay, that's back in place. Alright. Here's the canister. It's got one little stem that comes out of it. And what I did, I used some real good construction adhesive and glued it to this existing plastic housing here. I didn't want to drill any holes in anything because I don't know what's behind it. And then I used the Gorilla tape to hold it in place while that glue's drying. I'm going to leave the tape there. And let's see, way back in there. I wish maybe I should have my flashlight. Let me turn on the flashlight. Yeah. Okay. Let's get this leveled up. Way back there, where I'm pointing, is where I cut that hose off right flush with the end of that grommet there. Alright? And I cut a little 2-inch piece of my 3/16 rubber hose, used some soap and water, inserted this line, because that's the line that goes up and feeds everything with vacuum. Your vacuum line comes in and you plug it into the black end of this 3-way valve. Alright? Again, that goes up to feed everything. And then this comes to the canister. And what this canister does is when you open up your throttle, you're going uphill or you want to accelerate or pass or something, this thing stores enough vacuum in it to keep all your vents open in the position that you have chosen on your dash. And the reason it has to be there is because when you open up that throttle body, your manifold wants to go to normal pressure, what the atmospheric pressure is, and this maintains a little bit of vacuum as a reserve to keep everything open in the position that you want it. And that's a pretty easy fix, man. I mean, everything's working great. I took it out for a test drive and voila, man, my problem's fixed. I spent 40 bucks instead of $1,000, which I really appreciate. And I want to thank all you people out there on YouTube that watch this video, and people that have put things like this on YouTube to save people time and money, and post this for all you people that are going to have a problem with the Ford Econoline vacuum systems going bad. It's an easy fix, and you know, you can't see it from my house. That canister's not going to get in anybody's way. And I'm done. That's it for now. Talk to you later.